What's going on everyone, I'm Alex and this is the review of the Huawei Ascend Y530. This device is a very cheap device. I got this one for about 68 Canadian dollars, so that's around 50 US dollars. For 50 US dollars you do get quite a lot, even though this is an entry-level device. So this device has a 4.5 inch display. It's a resolution of 480 by 854, so that's 218 pixels per inch, so that's pretty decent. Has Android 4.3, has a Qualcomm processor. It's a Snapdragon 200, so it's a very slow processor. It's a dual core processor at 1.2 GHz, so not the best, but considering the price it's good enough. It can take Microsd cards, has 4 gigs of internal storage, 512 megabytes of RAM and a 5 megapixel camera on the back. This device has a 1750 mAh battery, so not the biggest out there and not the best obviously, but considering the screen is pretty small and it's an entry-level device, it should last you an entire day. This depends from person to person though. Let's take a look at the device. The back of the device seems like it's made out of rubber. It's not bad, it's not slippery, and it actually feels very nice. On the back here we have the flash. This is the 5 megapixel camera, that's the speaker, the logo right here, and that's about it for the back. Considering the price, this phone feels pretty good. At the bottom here we have the microphone. This is the charging port and the data port. On this side, which is a bit strange, we have the power button and the volume buttons. It does take you a while to actually get used to the power button on this side. On the front here we have the front-facing camera, the speaker, the logo right here. There are some proximity sensor and a light sensor, and there is a notification light right here, and I'll show you that in a bit later. At the bottom here we have the 3 buttons. They do light up, so that's pretty nice. And on top here we have the 3.5 audio jack. I'll take out the rear cover so you can see what's behind it. So no NFC on this device as you'd expect. It does take memory cards up 32 gigs I believe. You need a bigger SIM card, but you can get an adapter to use this one. This is the battery. I find it strange that the logo is upside down, but that's how it is. This is the 1750 mAh battery. So overall this phone is pretty sturdy, doesn't squeak, doesn't creak, it is pretty decent. Next I'll turn it on so you can see the boot up logo. It does take a bit till it starts up. This phone was locked to Virgin Mobile when I got it. I unlocked it on eBay for $1.99, so it's very cheap to unlock. And it takes a bit of time to actually start up. And it's on. First of all, let me turn up the brightness all the way so you can see how the screen looks. So as you can see, the screen is pretty decent considering the price of the device. The viewing angles are okay, they're not the best out there, but you can still see it while you're looking at an angle. So it's a decent display. It can be seen pretty good in daylight. I have 2 lights pointing at the device right now, and you can see it is very visible. Let me turn down the brightness. This device is running Android 4.3. It is okay, I don't think it will ever get any updates, however anything can happen. The storage on the device, it's pretty small. you only get 4 gigs of storage. Out of that 4 gigs you actually get only 1.9 left. However, if you do install a memory card, as I did, I have a 4 gig one inside, you can choose where to install the apps. So you can install all the apps on your memory card. So if you get a 32 gig memory card, you are gonna have quite a bit of space for games and anything like that. This particular phone only supports a couple of languages because it's made for Canada. However, I imagine that an unlocked device will support way more languages. This is all for the settings app. It is pretty basic and a bit buggy. It's not the smoothest out there, as you can see. But keep in mind, this is a very cheap device. Stock launcher on this device, how should I put it? It's just horrible. You can't really do anything with it. It's just not nice. It's slow, it's buggy, everything is wrong with the stock launcher. So I do recommend using Nova launcher. However, I'm gonna leave the stock launcher for the review so you can have a better understanding about it. The only useful thing that it has is the simple home. So this is for a senior, or I don't know, a child or something. This is very easy to use, and this is the only useful thing I found about this one. The Antutu score on this device, it's not great. It's only about 13,000. I was able to get 14,000 in another test, I'm not sure how. So it's a bit slower than MediaTek 6582 processor. However, let's keep in mind this is a very cheap device. Here we have some information about the device, but most of it you know already. So it's not the fastest phone out there. Let's check out the sensor box and see what sensors this phone supports. As you expected, not too many, just the basic ones. The multi-touch tester, so you can touch the screen in 5 places in the same time. This is decent and pretty much normal. What I like a lot about this phone is the GPS. So you'll see how fast it connects. We are inside the house right now, and it will get a fix any time now. So it's connected. Outside is the same. As soon as you turn it on, it gets a fix. So this is really nice about this. Google Maps works great on it as well. The speed test on Wi-Fi and 3G. I am with the Fido in Canada at the moment, so we don't have the fastest networks, but it is pretty decent. I mean, 8.3 download on 3G, it's pretty good, or H+, whatever that was at the time. The notification light can change in a lot of different colors. I'll demonstrate that. So as you can see, it changes in different colors. It's a bit small, but for the price of the device, it's awesome to have a notification light. Most Chinese phones that are like entry level don't have one. The flashlight on the back, it's pretty powerful, as you can see. So it does work well. Next, let's check out the FM radio app. I haven't actually checked this out yet. So we'll start it up. It's gonna scan the stations. And it does work fine. Next, let's check out the speaker on the device. I'm just gonna play a couple of ringtones. I'll put the volume all the way up. So it is pretty loud. I don't have any issues with it at all. Next, let's make a quick phone call.
perform common transactions, such as checking your usage.
The proximity sensor works well. You don't really have to touch the phone, it turns the phone off as soon as you get it close to your face. So it does work well. Call quality I found to be really good. Next, let's check out the camera app. It does look pretty basic, as you can see. You can set a couple of things in here, but the maximum resolution is 5 megapixel on the rear camera. I'll just turn the camera around. So you don't actually have a choice to how many megapixels to take the picture of the front camera, but it's not the best front camera ever, so you're not gonna really take any pictures with it. The video here can take up to 720p videos, so this is pretty decent considering how cheap the device is. I was quite surprised by the pictures that it takes. This was with very low light. These two are with very low light. These ones do have a lot of light. And as you can see, there is quite a bit of detail in the pictures. You can find all the pictures I've taken with it in the video's description as well. A close-up doesn't come that good, but it's good enough, I guess. This is a very cheap device, so we have to keep this in mind. So you can find the pictures in the video's description there. Next I'm gonna play a couple of games. I have Modern Combat 4. This is a very big game, it's a 2 gig game, so it does take quite a few resources. It does seem to work pretty good on this device. I mean, pretty good for this type of device, don't get me wrong. The device does get very hot in the bottom part right here. I imagine this is where the processor is sitting, so it does get really hot while playing games. It will take a bit till it starts up. So as you've seen, games do work pretty good considering how low the processor is and everything else. I also have Beach Buggy that I want to play for a couple of minutes. And unfortunately it closed down. Let me try that again. I'll just have to close all the other apps running in the background. This phone only has 512 megabytes of RAM, so that's why it probably closed. Well, unfortunately, it does want to play this game. I'm quickly gonna show you a YouTube video so you can see what the maximum resolution of the screen is. So as you can see, it's 480. However, for this screen, as small as it is, you're not really gonna see a difference. This is a cheap device that does work well and performs well. Call quality is good overall. The battery could be better, but it can last you an entire day depending on what you use the phone for. And overall it does look pretty good, and it is a decent device. Thanks for watching, and don't forget